Now we're going to look at the area of a trapezoid. So let's draw ourselves a trapezoid here. Okay, the area of a trapezoid is equal to 1/2 times the height times the sum of the bases. So I'm going to call one base 1 and one base 2. Okay, so let's take a little bit closer look at that. This right here is base 1, so I'll call it B1, and this up here is base 2. And now we need to find the height. Remember, the height is never the slanted side. The height is always the one that is perpendicular to the base. So this would be our height. So in this, let's take an example. Let's say that this trapezoid had a base of 12. This bottom one would be 12. And that this top base would be 8. And then we're going to call the height of this trapezoid 7. Okay, so let's use our formula to figure that out. The area of this trapezoid would be 1/2 times the height, which is 7, times the sum of the two bases. This base is 12, which would be base 1, plus base 2, which is 8. So the area of this trapezoid would be 1/2 times 7 times 20, which would be 1/2 times 140, which would equal 70. So the area of this trapezoid would be 70. So you just have to remember to use that formula. Let's try another one. We're going to find the area of an isosceles trapezoid. If you remember that, an isosceles trapezoid has these two sides are the same. Okay, so if we have an isosceles trapezoid and the legs are each 5, so this leg is 5 and this leg is 5, and the bases are 6 and 10. So how do we find that? Well, I remember our area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the height times the two bases added together, base 1 plus base 2. Okay, so we do have base 1 and base 2, but we don't know the height. With this information, can we figure out what that height would be? Well, when you draw the altitude shown, you get two congruent right triangles, like that. So we need to find the segments of the lower base. So this would equal, this part right here would equal 2, and this part right here would equal 2. So then, to find the area of this trapezoid, we would have to find 1/2 times the height, and the height in this trapezoid would be the square root of 21. So we wanted to make sure you knew how we figured out that that height was the square root of 21. Well, the way that we figured that out was that, hang on one second.